up? Welcome to the full moon workshop. Today looks a little bit different, of course, because I am outside. I will be going inside for the short meditation and the tarot, etc. But I just wanted to start out here because it's such a beautiful day, first of all. Secondly, this is a really good opportunity for all of us to see what has been manifesting in front of us and to figure out how we can better invest our time, energy, money, etc. Because this is a full moon in Capricorn, right? So I'm going to get into a lot of the details about everything and describe the astrology and how it's impacting us because there's a lot of planets still retrograding. Mercury has just finished its retrograde, but we still have a post shadow period, which means for the next 2 weeks, you could still feel a little bit confused or overwhelmed or still trying to figure out how to wrap up old cycles, release people, or finish projects, etc. But I think like the meat of this full moon is more about really reparenting, reteaching ourselves and our inner child how to respond now, how to take responsibility for what we want to do, what we're creating and doing. So this is a really good opportunity for all of us to just review and reflect on what energies are coming up now, what kinds of people are showing up, what offers are showing up, and then us figuring out if we want to invest our time, our energy, our money into these people, into these projects, into these situations. Because eclipse season that just finished really showed us like, wow, a lot of old cycles are now closed. Maybe we're still figuring out how to let them go 100%, but they're done. Like the dynamics, the energy has shifted and it's changed now. So you can't continue to pretend that everything's fine. You can't continue to pretend, oh yeah, that I like this person or that I want to stay in this job. It's like you can't forget what you've now seen, what you've learned. You can't forget it. You can't take it off, right? So this full moon is really asking us to be aware of how we're investing our time, energy, money. And that's also connected to our behavior because we're seeing ourselves now more clearly. We're seeing the direction we're moving in. We're seeing the people, the projects, the things that are coming to us. And we need to ask ourselves, do we want to continue working with these people? Do we want to continue moving in this direction? So Capricorn is cardinal earth, earth energy. So it's all about leadership. It's about commitment. It's about taking time and committing to the process. We know it's not going to happen overnight. We know it's not going to happen immediately. Um, the ruling planet to Capricorn is Saturn. Saturn is now in retrograde also, I think until like November. So Saturn retrograde is asking us to review and reflect on our foundations and our structures because what we're building now, if the foundation is not strong, if the structure and the situations are not matching our future self or helping us lead to a new version of ourselves, a new lifestyle, like if what we are establishing now is not strong enough, later it's going to crumble down. Later, we're going to realize, oh shit, I moved in the wrong direction. So we really have from now until November to continue figuring out what pieces in our puzzle we need to get, what's missing, who's maybe bringing us the wrong pieces time and time again. And it's like, okay, these people obviously can't work with me moving forward, or this relationship is not equal give and take. So we're asked to figure out how our structures, our foundations um, are looking. What does it look like? Review that, and then continue to establish stronger foundations and structures. So this time next year, we can have a strong, stable foundation that we can continue building on for the future. Because again, in December 2020, I believe, Saturn and Jupiter came conjunct, and that happens like every 30-ish years. So, like that combination, that cycle started again, which means everything we've been working with, all of the people, how we see ourselves, our identity, what we want to be doing, how we work, who we work with, etc. all of that from the last 30 years. Well, now that's accumulated and it's created some sort of change internally. This shift has happened, and now we understand ourselves better, what we want better, who we want to work with, who we want to spend our time, energy, love, attention on and with, etc. So we really have this huge cycle, this 30-year cycle starting. It's already started, but we're still in like the baby steps. Um, we also have that Saturn retrograde. So that is connected to our foundations. We are reestablishing our foundations. We also have Pluto in retrograde, which is releasing our fears. And if you're thinking about our fears connected to Capricorn energy, full moon in Capricorn, then it's asking us to figure out, are we investing our time, our energy, our money into things that are supporting our growth because we want to do them? Or are we just like believing someone else and following their process, following their map, following their orders, and thinking that we have to do that, thinking that we have to continue to work in this system, thinking we have to continue to invest and support these people that we don't want to do. We don't want to continue doing that. I don't want to maybe continue this behavior. I don't want to continue socializing with these people. I don't want to continue working with these people or whatever it is. So, if you want to change that, if you want to shift that, then you first have to release all of the fears tied to the idea that you can't do this alone, that you can't find other people that are better matched, that you can't find more work. So, there's a lot of releasing these old fears, insecurities, anxieties, doubts about ourselves, our skills, our potential, etc. So that overall is the vibe of this full moon. It's actually a really nice full moon because it's showing us what is working in our lives. It's also showing us um, it's like new doors are showing up. Maybe they're not open yet 100%, but you can see in the distance this new door and maybe a few new doors. And it's like, okay, I need to find the keys, but I see that there's a new door right there. So that's amazing. So now I can figure out how to find the key, how to open this door and move into this new chapter. I think a lot of that movement, a lot of that new beginning, that new cycle, that new chapter is going to start around August, Leo season. Now we're in Cancer season. It's a little bit more about um, reparenting ourselves again, establishing boundaries with love, boundaries related to how much we give, boundaries related to what we expect back from our partnerships or our connections. If I'm giving you this, what are you giving me back? And is that equal? And it's not always going to be equal, of course, because some of us have privilege, some of us have more wealth than other people. So I understand it's not always going to be equal, but is there an energetic exchange here? It's like this workshop. It's pay what you can and thank you because this is my work. So I really appreciate all of the donations and I ask the universe to bring them back to you tenfold. But like there's an energetic exchange here. You're giving me $5, $10, $1, whatever. I'm giving you information to help you figure out how you can make sure that your next steps are more in line with yourself. So that's an energetic exchange. Like you need to make sure all of your energetic exchanges are equal to some degree. Um, yeah, okay. I'm just trying to think about what I want to talk about before I shift gears a little bit. But I think I just want to review. Let me just check my notes. Where's Daddy's notes? Um, yeah, self-trust, self-parenting, because Capricorn is on the axis. So in the sky, the astrology, Capricorn is in one area and Cancer is in the opposite area. So Cancer represents the mother, the divine feminine, and Capricorn can represent the father or masculine energy. So if you think about both of those, Capricorn and Cancer being in opposite areas, it means there's tension, right? It means that they're kind of like, they're sharing one axis, you can say. They're on a line. So that means that their themes are connected. So Cancer representing the mother, Capricorn representing father, Saturn representing how you invest your time, energy, money, how you spend your time, how you work for your results, and then Cancer being how do you take care of yourself in that process? How do you establish boundaries in that process? How do you prioritize yourself and your self care before you're trying to support other people all of the time? Because Capricorn in a toxic energy will just drain all of your energy. It doesn't give a shit. It's keep going, keep going, keep going, keep working. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. And now we're really being asked, especially because Mercury just finished its retrograde. We still have 14 days of post shadow period. So you'll still feel the effects for the next like 2 weeks. But Mercury retrograde just taught us like, do I really want to continue doing this? Do I really feel connected to this work or this situation, etc.? And if not, because obviously Cancer season, it's showing me obviously it's not supporting my growth enough. I'm not giving myself enough time for self-care. So it's like we're really being asked to review and reflect on what types of connections are in our life. How are we investing into them? What do we get back for them? And do I feel safe here? Do I feel that this is stable and secure and I can continue building for years to come? So that's kind of the vibe here, okay? Um, we have the sun opposite the moon. I just talked about that. Yeah, there's one fun aspect here from Jupiter, which is sextile to the moon. So some of you are like, what the fuck are you talking about? It doesn't matter. The point is that we have some good supportive energy helping us think about what we want to be doing with our future. It's dreamy, it's fantasy, it's expansion, it's fun, it's excitement. So that's a really good direction to move in. If you're meeting people, if you're hearing about projects that are getting you excited, that are making you feel like you want to dream more about this situation or about this person or about this whatever connection, if it's inspiring you and getting you excited, that's an amazing direction to move in. If you're noticing that other people, situations, projects are draining you, you feel like it's not equal, that's your soul telling you like, bitch, wake up. Like these people gotta go, cut them clear and focus more time, energy, money into this exciting shit because that will lead you to more success, right? And then we have the Pluto retrograde, which I already talked about. Is a lot of our fears related to success, related to freedom, and the deep subconscious programs that are running in the background that tell us we can't, tell us we're not good enough, tell us to stop and to stay small and to not jump. It's like, fuck that. Like we are done with that kind of bullshit. So this Pluto retrograde is helping us release all of those fears. We're letting them go. Okay, so I'm going to now go inside and we are going to start with the energy cleanse and we'll do some tarot and then the guided meditation will be around, I don't know, under 10 minutes and then we're done. Okay, so see you inside. Okay, welcome inside. This is my cute little cabin. So I'm now going to pull some tarot cards. Let's see. Okay, what does the collective need to know about this full moon in Capricorn? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Okay. Okay. We have Queen of Wands reversed. We also have the Knight of Wands reversed, the Knight of Wands reversed. So, and it's funny because we have the Capricorn card here, which is the devil, but it's reversed. And what's interesting is it's reversed with the Nine of Cups reversed. So this is our combination, okay? Nine of Cups reversed is asking us what we don't value, what we don't want to continue doing, what things we've got, we've achieved, that up until now we thought, oh my God, when I achieve this, when I get this, this is going to be amazing. I'm going to be so happy and satisfied. And now we actually got it. We have it. And we're like, oh, do I want this? Or everything we thought we wanted up until now, the goals, the dreams, the expectations we established for ourselves and maybe for other people, what we valued up until now. Now that boom shift has happened. And we're like, I don't value these things. I don't want these things or this person or this situation. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to continue doing this because it's not benefiting me. It's not working for me now. And that's what this Knight of Wands reverse is saying. It's like, I don't want to continue forcing things to happen. It's like, I want to go with the flow. And again, I already told you, Leo season, August will be more expansion, opportunity, growth. But for now, Queen of Wands reverse, Knight of Wands reverse. Slow down, stop. Capricorn reversed with the devil reversed, right? This is that Capricorn energy. So really reevaluate, reestablish, and figure out how you want to be spending your time, who with, on what, where, etc. Okay, we're really breaking all of these toxic connections, soul ties, letter L. It's really strongly coming through for someone here. Maybe they're dealing with a Sagittarius, Aries, or a Leo. But yeah, I feel overall it's really not a time to force or to rush. I know we just finished this retrograde with Mercury and we're like, oh, I want to jump. I've been waiting and I'm frustrated, but we still have that 2 week shadow period. And like Cancer season is more about self-preservation, self-love, self-care, etc. So like it's not really a time to be jumping into new things and trying to do everything for other people. It's more about prioritizing ourselves for now. Okay, it's going to be a month. Just chill. Do what you can for yourself and prioritize your own care this month. Okay. So that's that. I'm going to pull one moon card here. Boom. Expect powerful change. This is the new moon eclipse card. Okay. Expect powerful change. And we just finished eclipse season. This full moon is really showing us after eclipse season what we're doing and how we're doing it and with who, and asking us to review if we want to continue doing that. If not, make the changes, but first prioritize yourself and figuring out how to, okay, maybe I need to just take a break before I start this huge journey. You know what I mean? So really connecting with your family, your support groups, who is really in your soul family, your soul tribe, etc. I hate using that word, your soul group. And yeah, just figuring out, okay, how do we invite more of this energy into my life and release more of this other toxic bullshit? You know what I mean? So that is the vibe. Okay, we are now going to start with the energy cleanse. I have a sound bowl here. If you have a candle or something, you can light it now safely, of course. All you need is a pen and paper. If you don't have it, you can go pause now on my face and you can go grab it. And if you missed that, you can't go back. So pause. Okay, welcome back. We are going to start with the sound bowl. It's going to be just like 1 minute, clearing your energetic field. And then we are going to do a Reiki distance healing, a cleanse. And then we're going to start with the meditation. It is recorded, so I can continue using sign language for the deaf people watching. And then we're done. So yeah, let's just jump into it. I also want to just acknowledge that the majority of the people here are settlers on this land, and Indigenous people have been here for a long time. So it's our responsibility to reconcile with that community and involve them in our discussions moving forward, not deciding for them, but having them involved. Captions. Please add captions to your videos if you're uploading it, or if you're hosting an event, hire an interpreter, okay? Deaf people want to be involved. It's simple. Now, let's jump. Okay, let's start. So you can lay back, you can close your eyes, you can do whatever you feel comfortable doing. I am inviting in our high vibrational guides of love and light and honorable intention. I ask that everything that happens in my own personal space right now, all of the healing and the clearings, connect with each person watching this. We're establishing a light grid for everyone here, and everyone can receive the blessings and the clearings that we are establishing here in this space. Now, I want you to envision a green fire burning in front of you, and you're just going to use a golden comb, and you're going to comb out your aura. It picks up a lot of like debris, energetic debris, so we're just going to clear it. Okay, so you can just envision that green fire and a gold comb combing down, tossing it into the fire, and the fire just gets rid of it. Okay, as you do that, I'm going to use the sound bowl. So you can just visualize now the combing. Now I want you to envision that white light is pouring down and washing you clean. If you want to just rub your arms or whatever, that's fine, up to you, but you can just envision that white light is pouring down like rain or a shower, and I'm going to use distance energy clearing symbols now. I'm going to add some background music, and then we will start the meditation. Start this meditation by taking 3 deep breaths. So I want you to inhale 2, 3, 4, and hold, and release 2, 3, 4. And take a second breath, really filling the belly. Inhale 2, 3, 4, and hold, and release 2, 3, 4. And the last time, we're going to inhale 2, 3, 4, and hold, and release 2, 3, 4. Now I just want you to imagine that you are sitting in a living room and there's a TV in front of you. And we're just going to turn on the television, and I want you to see yourself achieving something that you've been working towards over the past little while. Maybe you're not completely done. Maybe you're still in the process, but you've been making progress. So what I want you to do is to visualize what that process looks like. It could be work, it could be family, it could be relationships, just self-progress, maybe more exercise, eating healthier, but I want you to see something that is really working well for you. I just want you to take a second to acknowledge that. I want you to see yourself on this television, looking good, looking healthy, feeling confident. And now, as a full moon is typically about culmination and release, you've observed a culminating experience, you've observed some progress. So I want you to shift your attention now into something that is maybe holding you back from further progression. What's the first thing that comes to mind? Is it a habit? Is it a person? Is it a contract, an agreement of some kind? And I want you to feel the emotion. I want you to feel the frustration or the anger or the roadblock. I want you to feel that energy. And I want you to just inhale 2, 3, 4, and hold. And we're going to exhale and release that block. So exhale, 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to envision that person or that project or that behavior. And we're going to take one more inhale, and on the exhale, I want you to see them dissolving in front of you, to see yourself releasing this from your experience. So let's inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold. And as we visualize this block and we visualize the release, we can exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold. And as we return to our normal breathing, the next thing I want you to do is to focus on a relationship in your life that really is working well. This is a relationship that you are happy to invest your time into, your energy, maybe your money. I want you to just observe this relationship and to ask yourself, why does it work so well? What about this dynamic is really working well for you? Maybe sending appreciation to this person or this situation, wherever this relationship shows up, sending gratitude for the experience, for seeing that side of the spectrum, how things can work. And now what I want you to do is to envision that this relationship, this friendship, this work agreement or work arrangement, whatever it is, I want you to just envision it just 10% better. Just a little bit bigger. We've got that Jupiter sextile here. It's a time for us to dream bigger. So how could this be even better? And what does that feel like? What does that emotion feel like? Emotion is energy in motion, so I want you to feel that energy in your body so that we can attract more of this expansion, more of this opportunity. And I want you to take a deep inhale, 2, 3, 4, as we absorb this opportunity and expansion. And on the exhale, we're going to release any doubt. So exhale, 2, 3, 4. By releasing the doubt, we put more energy into the hope, the belief that this will happen, that this will come, and it attracts the manifestation sooner. Now, if you're looking back at your television, I want you to change the channel, and I want you to see a relationship that is really not working. Again, full moons are about culmination and release. So we've seen one side of the spectrum. I want to see the other side of the spectrum. Maybe this person is no longer in your life. Maybe it's just a lingering energy. Maybe this is a past heartbreak or disappointment and we're still clearing. Not a problem. But what comes to your mind when you think about toxic relationships or an imbalance in the energetic exchange? Oftentimes, people who like to give find people who like to take. And at first, we don't realize that. But as the journey continues, it becomes more and more clear that the exchange is not equal at all. So I want you to think about where these exchanges not equal.
Now take this one step further and reflect on your own behavior, on your contribution to this situation. And I want you to identify one theme or one behavior, something that you did or that you didn't do. Maybe you didn't set enough boundaries. Maybe you didn't create limitation to how much you give. But I just want you to think about how your own actions and behaviors contributed to this situation. What could you have done better? Maybe better is the wrong word. What could you shift if you were to be placed in a similar experience in the future? What would you shift? Now I want you to think about whatever it is that you wish to adjust. I want you to think about the mistake that was made or the learning curve that you had to go through. And I want you to feel how that makes you feel. Does that make you disappointed in yourself, angry, heartbroken, upset? I want you to just feel that emotion. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale and we're going to ask this full moon to release this emotion from us, to release this pattern from us, to release this guilt from us, because we've learned, and we're going to take that lesson into the future relationships. But what we aren't going to take with us is shame or guilt or fear. So I want you to feel all of that. See the person, see the toxic relationship, see how you contributed to it. Maybe give it a color or a place in your body. And I want you to breathe into that color, breathe into that place, and then we're going to release it. So identify it, feel it, give it a color or a shape or a space, and inhale into that space. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold as we gather all of that energy and we hold onto it and we release it. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And the last thing I want to do here is to just give gratitude to these people for teaching you what they taught you, to yourself for being strong enough to survive and to thrive and to move forward, and to grant forgiveness to them, not for them, more for you, but also to forgive yourself. We're going to take one last inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. And when you're ready, move your fingers and your toes, open your eyes, and welcome back.
Okay, welcome back. Now you can pause on my face again, and you can just write down on a list, on a piece of paper, under this full moon in Capricorn, I set the intention to release the following. And then you can put down the people, the emotions, the behaviors, whatever was coming up that was interfering with your progress, or whatever toxic relationships that you need to let go of. Just put that on your paper. And then when you are done, you can light it on fire safely. Of course, I'm not responsible for you. So safely, or you can tear it up or drop it in a toilet, in water, whatever. Just get rid of it so that we can clear that energy, okay? So pause now, write your list, and then come back, and we are like 2 minutes done. That was an easy one. Welcome back. That's it, okay? Thank you for supporting my work. This is Pay What You Can. The link is below. If you haven't donated, please support each other. Comment below whatever you're releasing. I have the Cancer Season Workshop now available with the workbook. It's on my website. We have Mercury retrograde. Still 2 weeks left of that post-shadow period. So if you're interested in taking the Mercury retrograde workshop, that is 50% off also. And my new music video just came out, so click below to watch it. Funk About You. Happy Pride, y'all. I love you. I will see you next month. No, 2 weeks. I will see you for the new moon. Okay. Bye. Ciao, ciao, ciao.